Hello world, Prentice here again. Today I'd like to talk to you about friends. My friends specifically. Uh, Plain and simple fact of the matter is I don't have a whole lot of them. I could get into all the reasons why, but I won't because I just won't. It's really that simple. Maybe another time, but not this time. Today I want to talk to you about the good, the bad, and the ugly of my friends. But usually, you list those three things in that order, but I'm going to talk about them in the reverse order. So, first, the ugly. Um, yeah, I don't think she's on YouTube. So, I'm just going to go ahead and say this. Anyway, she's all about the brutal honesty, so, she'd be a hypocrite if she had a big old problem with me not being totally okay with everything. The first friend I want to talk to you about is named Angela. Actually, she's one of the few people I know who actually lives somewhat close to me. Um, haven't had a lot of opportunity to hang out or anything, even though apparently she lives like 3 miles from me. But that's also another video, which, obviously, is going to be another video. Anyway, I worry about Angela sometimes. Okay, all the time. See, I think she's a very strong-willed, intelligent, witty person. That's why I want to be friends with her. But I don't think she realizes what's good about her. So she kind of sells herself short as far as who she attaches herself to romantically. So I'm saying so loud. I gotta work on that. Bad temper. Just in the past couple of months, there have been like 3 or 4 different guys that she was just in love with. Just never wanted to be apart with from. Had to be with them and no one else to the exclusion of all of the friends and family and everything. And the same thing keeps happening. All of a sudden, she'll go from being madly in love with them, and then the next thing you see is they're having an argument on Facebook. She did something, and they never say what it is she did, but it always seems like it's the same thing, which makes me think it's really nothing. Um, so for her sake, I hope she finds somebody that appreciates what's good about her and looks past the fact that she's argumentative to the point of it being kind of pathological and so closed off that she misses perfectly good opportunities to meet, okay people. Not that her other friends are terrible. I mean, I've met some of them. She's got some good friends. Just when it gets to beyond friendship, I guess. But I hope the best for her, because not everybody's going to be as patient about it as I was. I just wanted to look past that gruff exterior and find what was beneath it. I hope she finds someone who tries to do that in a capacity beyond friendship. So that takes us to the bad. Uh, in this case, I'm not going to say her name because I'm 80-90% sure she's going to see this, and I don't want to put her, name all over the place. So I'm just going to call her Alberta, and I think Alberta knows who she is. Um, Alberta seems to have gotten it into her head that I am a liar. I try very, 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 very hard to be a decent person. I'm not saying I get it right all the time. I'm certainly not saying it's easy to do that, but I try. I guess specifically what really set her off was when I added her to my Facebook, and she saw pictures of my nephew um, or rather, me holding my nephew. And I had just told her that I didn't have any kids, which I do not. But she seemed to believe that because my nephew looks so much like me, that he must be my son, not my nephew. But if you take a look at my sister, whose mother he actually is, or whose mother is, my sister that's his mother. If you look at her, you can see why in middle school people thought we were twins, even though she was like 6 inches shorter than me, and now she's even more so. I mean, I'm like 6'2", and she's like 5'3" or something like that. But people still think we're twins. Go fig. Anyway, stands to reason that if his mother looks so much like me, that I would look like him. But I don't know. I don't know what. I feel like there's more to it than what she said, even though she tells me there's not. But I guess we're talking again, so that's what really matters. It's just, it feels very tense, and I hope we can get past that tension and be on good terms again. If we're not fully on them now. Lastly, I want to talk to you about the good. I'm going to give you the real name of this person since I have a lot of good things to say about them. It's not like slander or something. My good friend is Liz, and not to say the others were not good. They just, for the purposes of this video, the one I'm talking about is good as Liz. Liz is basically my best friend. That's really the best way to explain it. And I know that if she didn't say that back to me, that if she didn't consider me the same way, I wouldn't fault her for it, because she has like people that she actually knows and stuff like that. But I mean, that doesn't take away from how much she means to me. And she tells me that I matter to her too. So I guess that's what's most important. That you appreciate the people that come into your life, and I certainly appreciate her. She's one of the few people that doesn't make me feel weird. I mean, it's like I could tell her pretty much anything. I mean, yeah, and I don't think she would judge me for it, because I don't know, I guess that's just not how she is, really. For which I'm grateful. We first met on MySpace. We were on this discussion board for Dungeons and Dragons, I believe it was. And one of us made a reference to the movie Tombstone. I think I might have said something about "You're a daisy if you do," which got her talking about it because it's one of her favorite movies as well. And then we went back and forth talking about that, and then we added each other on MySpace, and we've been talking for about 5 years now. The problem is that Liz lives 2 states away, and she's married, and she has 2 kids, and family and friends, and a life, basically. And I certainly don't fault her for having a life. I mean, she had 20-something years of life before she ever met me. Oh, excuse me. But yeah. Anyway, even though I've never met her in person, and I would very much like to one day, I still feel like we're pretty close. I only hope I can be as much of a positive influence in her life as she is in mine. But I guess that's all I had to say for today. So, as always, I thank you for watching. And until next time, this interview is over.